I know this is supposed to be a psychological horror game, but it would be a lie if I said I wouldn't do this gig in real life. Seriously, let me work this as a part time job. Hello, I am Mulberry, the Cryptid Slime, and this deep dive is about the Dead Letter Department and its developer, Mike Monroe, and their publisher, Belief Engine. First, we'll explore the game, then the dev. If you are interested in info about the thumbnail creation process, I will make a timestamp for later in the video. Links for the game and sources will be in the description. Dead Letter Department takes us through the life of somebody who got a job as a mail transcriber. Official title is Data Conversion Operator. Basically, we read, then type the stuff computers can't. While the story initially seems to be harmless, it brings a deeper message about becoming obsolete or a ghost while still alive. Our character is subject to mental confusion as messages begin to appear in the letters due to extreme isolation. To me, mental health was an important plot point to this game. Our character started this job already on hard times, then was left in a dodgy room, alone for days on end. Desperation for money pushed our character to be willing to keep isolating. I personally can relate to this issue, as I make a point of leaving my office every few hours to pet a dog, go for a walk, or visit with my family. So, have you called someone today? While the demo is limited, the full game offers a playthrough that takes about 120 minutes each time to complete. Multiple endings, hidden secrets, and massive amounts of mail allow for no two playthroughs to be identical. As someone who likes judging people in video games, I found it very entertaining to read and transcribe the mail. Unfortunately, this means I also overlooked many of the horror elements as I was focused on snooping. On the upside, that was a huge positive for me. Too many games focus on scary monsters chasing players to create a horror vibe, but this game was able to create a tense feeling without relying on creatures. While that may be some gamers' cup of coffee, I dislike getting chased by monsters when I'm trying to enjoy a plotline. For those hardcore gamers, Dead Letter Department has 17 achievements to hunt for, plenty to keep you busy during multiple playthroughs. The official Steam release was January 30th, 2025. The devs are busy keeping up with updates, as the most recent one was May 13th. For context, I wrote this script on May 29th. Now that we've had a voyeuristic snoop about Dead Letter Department, let's talk about its developer, Mike Monroe. And that's it. That is all I could find about the dev. His name might not even be his real name. He might not even be a he. I'm guessing. I might take this personally that these guys didn't leave anything for us to find. Speaking of guys, that is because Belief Engine is owned by Mike Monroe and Scott McKee. They were inspired to name their company Belief Engine from a quote by James Alcock, who called the human brain a belief engine, one that is constantly interpreting information coming in from all senses and then reconstructing that into perceived reality, as well as one's own personal concept of truth. That is pretty clever considering the mental elements to their games. The human mind is capable of creative and horrifying imaginations. They do have a second game, for goodness sake, if you are interested in checking it out. As for the thumbnail design, let's get into it. The thumbnail was another classic example of me not taking screenshots while playing, meaning I had to get extra creative with what images I could use as my avatar takes up the whole bottom right corner. Today's piece of advice: take screenshots during gameplay. These pauses can be edited out post recording. As for the design, I was still learning how to use the rule of three to my advantage. So I split the background in half, contrasting the green hallway with the red pit. Then in the middle, the bright purple letter. Of course, taking the time to remove unnecessary visual distraction helps clean the image and bring focus to where I wanted it. This was most notable when I was editing the letter, but also sharpening the image. As a video consumer, if I can't tell what's happening in the video, then I will not be inclined to click, meaning a giant blacked out image with a question mark is not interesting, nor is too much clutter. While this was a short discussion, I hope you enjoyed listening to the topic. If you liked this video, please consider checking out other videos I have in this series, or if you want to see gameplay, that is available too. Stick around for music and the finished thumbnail. Till next time, have a positive day, cryptid community. Bye!